Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about matrices, determinant and rank of a matrix. Outline: matrix, determinant of a matrix, rank of a matrix. Matrix. Matrix are used in representing the real world data in a compact and easily accessible form. Matrix also have an important application in computer graphics where they have been used to represent rotation and other transformations of images. In simple, matrix acts as a linear transformation. Mathematically, matrix is a set of numbers or symbols or expressions arranged in rows and columns so as to form a rectangular array. The individual values in the matrix are called entries or elements. In this matrix A, the first row vector is A11, A12, etc. A1n. The first column vector is A11, A21, An1. The size of the matrix is the arrangement of the number of rows and number of columns in an ordered pair. The uppercase letter is used to denote the matrix A and its lowercase is to represent the entries or determinant of a matrix. Determinant tells us whether the rows or columns of a matrix are dependent on each other or not. In other words, determinant tells us whether the information stored in the array are redundant or not. As we know, the matrix is a linear transformation. The determinant of the transformation matrix gives the factor by which the transformation changes any area or volume. For example, if we take a matrix A, which is a square matrix of order 2, the determinant of this matrix is AD minus BC. This number associated with the determinant of the matrix gives an idea how much of the area is occupied by this matrix in the vector space. For example, I am choosing a 2 by 2 matrix as 1, 2 as the first column of a matrix, 2, 4 as the second column of a matrix. First column is referred as a vector x1 bar. Second column is referred as the vector x2 bar. If these two vectors are plotted in the xy plane, we get the lines passing through the origin. So these two vectors are emerged from the origin towards the location 1, 2 and the location 2, 4. These two vectors in blue color and red color are coinciding. It means the vector x1 can be represented as a constant time the vector x2. So here if we check the determinant value, the determinant of the matrix is 0. Geometrically it means the transformation 1, 2, 2, 4 squeezes all the space onto a line or even onto a single point. In this case, the entire space is squeezed by a line. Thus, the area of the region would be 0. This is indicated by the value of determinant as 0. Determinant of a matrix is 0 if and only if there exists a linear relationship between rows or columns of A. Geometrically, it gives the area or volume occupied by a matrix in a vector space. If the determinant value is negative, it indicates the orientation of the space has been inverted. Matrix of A has an inverse matrix A inverse if and only if determinant of A is non-zero. Whenever we have no redundancy in the arrangement of a matrix A, then the inverse of the matrix exists. A matrix that is not invertible is said to be singular. The matrix that is invertible is said to be non-singular. The next idea is rank of a matrix. Determinant gives whether the data stored in the matrix are redundant or not, whereas rank tells precisely how many such data are available in the arrangement of a matrix in the rectangular form. For example, I am chosen three matrices A, B and C. In the first matrix, if we look into the arrangement of rows, obviously the first row when multiplied by the scale of 5 gives the second row. So first row information will be redundant with respect to the second row information. So out of these two rows, only one row is independent. If we compare this independent row with the third row 208, what happens here? The first row and third row both are linearly independent. Therefore, the rank of a matrix is 2. If we compute the determinant gives the value as 0. It does not mean that the rank of a matrix is 3. So, determinant is 0 indicates some of the rows are dependent rows in the matrix A. It is nowhere connected to exactly the rank of a matrix. In the example B, first row when multiplied by 5 gives second row, so both are dependent. If we add first and second row, we get the third row. So out of 3 rows in the matrix B, only one is different. Therefore, the rank of B is 1. In the example C, first row is independent with second and third, second row is independent with first and third row is independent with first and second. So, the rank of C is 3. Rank of a matrix can be defined as the number of non-zero rows of the row reduced echelon form of the matrix A. Echelon form of a matrix is the arrangement given in the example C. The leading diagonal entries will be 1. Not even leading, every row the first non-zero entry will be 1. So the rank of a matrix gives the maximum number of linearly independent rows of a matrix. It can also be defined as the dimension of the vector space spanned by its column. This statement we will explore further later in this course. If one can find a linear combination between the rows or column of a matrix, then the rank of the matrix will not be equal to its number of rows or column. In this example, we have only one row different, but the determinant of B for a 3 by 3 square matrix is 0. It indicates the number of matrix will not be equal to its number of rows or column. So the rank of the matrix is not 3. That's the meaning of this statement. Then the matrix is said to be rank deficient matrix. For example, we take the same matrix A which we have seen in the idea of determinant. The first column of a matrix is represented by x1 vector, second column by x2 vector. We have seen the determinant of a matrix A constructed by taking each vector as its column is 0, indicating there is no area bounded by these two vectors because these two vectors are linear combination of each other. In this case, determinant is 0. It guarantees the rank is not 2. Further, how to find the rank? We have to check how many such independent vectors are available. here there is only one vector, so rank is 1. In the second example, we have three vectors, x1 vector, x2 vector and x3 vector. The matrix constructed by taking each of these vectors as column is a 3 by 3 square matrix. In order to get the rank of a matrix, if x1, x2 are independent vectors lying on the plane xy, then the rank will be 3. Because x3's z component is not 0 because it is not lying on xy plane. x1, x2 z component is 0 because it is lying on xy plane. So when x1, x2 are independent, then the rank will be 3. If x1 and x2 lying on xy plane are dependent on each other, then the rank will be 2. The rank of a matrix corresponds to the dimensionality of the vectorial space defined by the matrix. Vectorial space is nothing but the ensemble of n column vectors of the given matrix A. Rank of A can also be defined as the size of the largest square submatrix of A that has determinant non-zero. The largest square matrix is 2 by 2, but the determinant is 0, indicates the rank is not 2. The largest submatrix of 2 by 2 matrix is 1 by 1 matrix. So the first 1 by 1 vector is non-zero. Therefore, the determinant of 1 by 1 submatrix of A is non-zero. It indicates the rank of A is 1. Or we can simply check 1 2 is 2 times of is 1 by 2 times of 2 by 4, or 2 times of 1 by 2 is 2 by 4. These two vectors are dependent. So only one maximum independent vector in A. Therefore the rank is A. So A is the maximum number of linearly independent column vectors in A. Rank of a null matrix is 0. So this null matrix transforms the entire space to a single point, the origin. Entire space is squeezed to a single point by a null matrix, indicating the determinant is 0, as well as the rank of a null matrix is also 0 because there is 0 independent rows. Thank you.